Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed.
And the finish! He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Deep cross, he's got all! No mistake! A quite incredible spell, they are flying! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pull it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi. Guti. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Bullish header! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So he's plotting something before playing it in. He went for the curler. Rummenigge. Rijkaard. And it's Roberto Carlos. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Tries to play it through. Vieira. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Out of play for a throw. Vieira. Maldini looking for the run. That has been cut short. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's a sharp little ball here. Fernando Torres.
2 added minutes
That is
has
a
been
brilliant
indicated.
interception. Cafu. Cross deflected behind for a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Goes for the header! Whistle's gone, that's foul. Fernando Torres has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Oh, given away. Big chance. Moss and the shot. Relentless. Just relentless. And they are cruising away. There was to be only one outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. And we've reached half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
And now,
well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Arsenal 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. So off we go once more. No way through. Oh, it's a great ball here. And the shot! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Yeah, I think I'd feel that way too. Not that I thrived in one-on-one situations. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Up he goes! It's in! And there is his 30th goal. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. It's become a case of men against boys. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. No, that's been intercepted. Danger averted for now.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And it's Fernando Torres. Guardiola.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. Tries a shot! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Guti does really well to win the ball there. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And this is Raul. Can he finish? They've scored! And with that, he takes home the match ball.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Out to the left it goes. Oh, he's found support out wide. Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Good reason for optimism here. They've played it short. Oh, what has happened here? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Lenormand gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, lots to admire in the run and the defending. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He is just caressing the ball. Dunk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi. That is good strength. Oh no, what has happened here? And they've got rid. Nice interception, well timed. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now that looks a decent ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Taken back almost at once. And this is Torres. Torres! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, that was all about the quality of the ball, wasn't it? It couldn't have been placed any better. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now a droll. And it's Azar. Mbappe. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Oh, great feat, that.
Might be... It's roll! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Rodri. Now, can they get him away? Arsenal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score.
2 added minutes
Cafu.
have been indicated.
And he's managed to get free.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And he's managed to get rid. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Arsenal leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Hakimi. And it's Azar. Petit. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's found a way past.
That's good play from him.
Rodri gets it away. Arsenal are still that goal to the good. Messi. He's got away. Great vision. And this is Hazard. Referee has just said play on.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. That has been knocked clear. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He has found the way through. An uncompromising challenge. And that is out of play.
Substitution on the field. Number 45, Osman. Coming on the field is...
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
Mbappe.
Oh, it's Raul. He's in plenty of space here.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Hazard. Coming on to replace him is number 42, Musiala.
Rodri. Musiala. And he's worked it through. Oh, it's come loose. Nicely weighted ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Defending was strong and firm.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Mbappe. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field is number 7.
And it's Rodri.
Pedri.
And here's Pedri. Oh, he's burst through. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. He can get that clear. 5 minutes left on the clock. Petit.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Musiala clears. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Hakimi gets it clear. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separate. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game.
He's one-on-one, there's the shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Arsenal presented with a golden opportunity here to open the scoring. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe. Great defending, strong and determined. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. Casillas with the clearance. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And the shot! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team.
And Torres! Blocks! That's really good defending. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. That's going to go a long way. Xavi Alonso. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Looking to play him in. That is a great pick out. And he's quick to get it clear again. And he's gone backward here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Decent chance! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Taken back almost at once. Always onto this. And that pass just didn't quite work. Arsenal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Guti. Raul. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hakimi. Cafu. Xavi Alonso. Knocks it into space. And a chance! What about that from Fernando Torres? About as smooth as it gets. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
This has become one superb game of football. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Arsenal are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Their birthdays today.
Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's the second half started. Now it's Torres. Torres with Torres! Liverpool with the corner, they're first. Little cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Guti has created 1 goal already. And it's Guti. It's come to nothing. Vardiol gets it clear. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Played out to the right. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That has been cut short. Van Bouten. Now it's Torres. And this is Raul. Well, played right into his path.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's not going to reach. Xavi Alonso.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Adams is there to clear. Fernando Torres. Stojkovic. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
No, that was never going to make it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Torres. Raul tries a shot! It's a goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Arsenal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Torres tries making a foray down the right. And this is Raul! It's Raul! A ripper from Raul! One more for his glittering collection! He's got himself an absolute peach. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cafu, and he lines up. There's the header! Oh, what has happened here? And he's there to belt it away. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Madrid have it back and can go again. And this is Torres. So we're still where we started right now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rodri. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Araujo.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Koundé. Mbappe goes for a shot! Oh, it's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal have a real chance! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Guti receives it in a good position here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Deftly away. Now, can they get it back?
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Hernandez. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Arsenal, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And Torres! And that was very necessary. He's going to be disappointed with that. Guardiola. And they're quick to get it back. De Ligt. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Cafu gets over and intercepts. Guardiola. Oh, good spread. Can he get on the end of this? Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Crunching tackle. Cafu goes long.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And that's gone loose. And it's Azar. Steaming on goalwards. They've got to be quick to recover this. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Raul.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now that looks a decent ball. Robertson. Fired deep to... Big header! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Hazard. Well, that's a dangerous ball. Can he get it through? Oh, he's burst through! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Substitution on the field.
Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Number 13.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spot.
Number 17, De Bruyne.
He went for the corner.
Number 7, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 16, Rodri.
Guardiola. Guti. Now it's Guti. And he's managed to get free. And this is Torres. Decent chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Rodri tries to clear. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Nicely weighted ball. Fernando Torres. Cannavaro gets it away. And that's definitely not his best. Bullet. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bullet. Toss somewhat off target. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rummenigge. Quality ball. Mbappe. And it's Guti. Arsenal are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Defending of the desperate variety. Out towards the flank. Knocks it out wide. Played it again. Bullish header! Mbappe is magnificent! About as smooth as it gets. Arsenal take the lead. Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Raul. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision. That ball looks a good one. Goes for a shot! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Crosses it in, and one more try! And it's come back out to him. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Skims one in. Rummenigge. Mateus. Rummenigge. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Fernando Torres. And the pass is intercepted.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And we hit half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Arsenal really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Arsenal ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we are back underway. it's Shevchenko! Shevchenko! This guy is class! A finish of true class! The second half sparked straight into life. No space, no problem. You shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That has been knocked clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now here's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Messi. Nice control. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Adams did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Yeah. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's picked his way through. Tries to pass it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, super ball! Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That pass has been well intercepted.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Turan. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Mbappe, and that could set him on his way. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
And here's Hullet. And it's made its way to him.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That's that, the end. Arsenal can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello, everybody,
The game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's
The
match.
excitement already
Manchester
palpable.
United against Arsenal.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
No argument from me on that front. Hazard! He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Camavinga. And here's Haaland. Oh, no joy this time. Not the most convincing of passes. Fernando Torres. And that should get the job done. And here's Hazard. Oh, this looks sharp. Arsenal still without a single shot on target. Now this could be a chance. And he's... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the pass is intercepted. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Manchester United were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Torres. He's through, now is he in? Chance, surely! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Cafu. Vicious ball here. Can he latch on to this? Camavinga is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's
There will
down
be
to
one
a
added
simple
time.
miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Hazard, distributed tidily. He has a look up, and a chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Arsenal ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And that is a little undercooked. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that was vital. Triol. It's Pedri. Bernardo Silva. And that has put paid to that. Raul. Chance for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Cafu plays it in. Cleared away. Bernardo Silva. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's a sharp pass. And he cuts out the supply. Great ball if he can get there. There's no flag. Oh, just skips past his man. And he's there to get it away. Robertson. Oh, good-looking ball. That's headed upfield. Can he get it through? That's a nicely shaped ball. Shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't fit.
Can he finish? And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Hazard really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He has found the way through. Fernando Torres, and Torres! It's bounced back off the post. And he should have made it 4. Corner number 2 then. And he's quick to get it clear again. He's looking wide. It's a goal kick. Arsenal are coasting towards victory. Into the last 5 minutes. Rafael Leao, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rodri. He's found the way through.
2 added minutes has been
And into the
indicated.
grateful arms of the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. Pedri. And that's it. Arsenal looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch, and clearly so to... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello, everybody,
The game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's match.
The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Cafu. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's whipped it across. Now it's Lewandowski. So what can they make of this? Probing pass. And he was quick to react. Well, there's the clearance. Well, they've got it again. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or indeed getting too comfortable.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Rodri has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. And it's Hazard. Mbappe! That is a crunching tackle. Deftly away.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Robertson. Guti. And they can counter here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's running through. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Arsenal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. This for the lead. That is some save from Khan. He has missed it.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And here's Torres. Oh, well played. Van Balten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Raul. Rijkaard. And here's Torres. That's been intercepted. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's in on goal! Vitinha. Messi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Hazard. It's a searching pass. Dunk. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
A quick reminder today that
Any strong
smoking
opinions
is
on the
only
first
allowed
half?
in areas
Well, it's
shown
been
on this
nothing
map.
but frustration,
Thank you for your
really, Peter.
cooperation.
I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Arsenal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Now a Droll. It's a threatening ball, and the shot! It's there! And finally, he has breathed life into the game! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Messi. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Rodri. Good purposeful running this. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was
And Torres! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Fernando Torres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Substitution on the field. Number 2, Hazard. Number 17, Vitinha. Number 11, Mbappe. Number 10, Messi. Number 18,
earned a reprieve for the time being.
Coming on the
And
field,
now a sudden chance to
number
counter.
5, Bellingham. Number 20, Pedri. Number 9, Van Nistelrooy. Number 3,
And they've got a
Rafinha.
throw.
Number 7, Bale.
That's a sharp pass.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to...
Tries a shot! Pedri. Bale. Chance here to counter. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Van Nistelrooy shoots! They fit! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think
Oh, what has happened here?
they may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Knocks it into space. He's in plenty of space here. It is a corner. It's their second corner of the game.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Driving on and making good progress. Driving forward, out to the right.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Goal!
So all
Number
square
7,
with almost no time remaining. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaint. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Santos.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition, I would have loved to play with someone like this behind me. Time and time again, he's shown he's just the best at organising a defence. What a communicator.
Luis Suarez with the cross. That has been knocked clear. Now, can they get him away? That has not gone well. Now, that looks a decent ball. Raul. Costa Corta. And it's Luis Suarez. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Raul! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Messi. Ball is over the line. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Fernando Torres. That's been cut out, well played. Looking for a runner. And he cuts out the supply. Still goalless. Looking to play him in. And he's quick to get it clear again. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. That has been slung wide. And it's played in here. That's going to go a long way.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Santos have the chance to go the other way. Looking for options for movement. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Santos clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Tries a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that has been cleared. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. And that is out of play. Belletti. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, that's fabulous. A lot of space ahead of him. Corner then. Santos have their second corner now. Climbs up big! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Has been indicated.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Looking for the run. And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. There's the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Arsenal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Van Bommel plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that's put paid to a promising move. Mateus, good driving run. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. So what can they conjure from this one? And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
The goal scorer for Santos after 63 minutes is number 10.
Santos are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Played out wide. The message is clear, none shall pass. And they've got a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
Now it's Raul. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. Terrific header. He will be livid with himself. Just about up to 75 minutes. Knocks it out wide. Can he get on the end of this? Cafu. Cafu plays it in. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. Spread it left. Crosses it in. Oh, good save. He's read that very well. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Corner number 3 coming up. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And now the breakaway. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Danger averted for now.
Santos can really think about the precious seconds that took off the...
Chance, surely! It's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
He's going for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated. And Guti! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's a decent clearance. Deep cross. Engages and forces him off the ball. Climbs up big! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he's there to belt it away. Pirlo. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That ball looks a good one. And this is Torres. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Torres is alert to the possibility. And he shoots! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Guti. And here's Mbappe. He's tried one! Oh, super goal! A finish of true class! And he is just ripping it up! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello, everybody,
camaraderie.
and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled out
today's
all the
match.
stops to make this a
Arsenal
monumental
against
occasion.
Inter.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
He rises! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Climbs up big!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Rodri. Mbappe! Lovely, now then. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Threads one in. That is good alertness. Throw it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pass somewhat off target. So we're still where we started right now. Well, played right into his path. And he's managed to get... And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! A fine way to mark his 50th game in these colours. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
He gets big! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Figo. And he shoots! Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, sweet feet. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's well positioned. Shoots! And he hits the net. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the...
Oh, what a mistake!
There will be three.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And there is the half-time whistle.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Arsenal are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And the game has already resumed here. To Nielsen. That'll be a corner. That should get the job done. He's having a shot! He has hit that forcefully. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Looking for options for movement. Big chance! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So now the difference is 3. Maradona. Good running, strong and purposeful. Goes for a shot! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Arsenal really could have done without this. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. And that's one back! Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
And yes, it's him again. Torres! He scores! Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Arsenal blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's roll! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Some good work on the right flank here. That has not gone well. Maradona.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Guti. Cafu. Can he get it through? Hit into the middle. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Chance, surely! Keeper's got his work done.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Up he goes! It's a goal! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some
6
really smart
added
movement,
minutes has
Peter.
been
Did the
indicated.
defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Defending of the desperate variety. Forlan. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Batistuta is flagged offside. And that is that. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Fernando Torres gleefully
And now,
reminding
to all
us of what a
members of the
superb
crowd,
day
I'd
he's
like
had
to
at the
ask
office.
you to join me in wishing our birthday
Your
boy
final thoughts,
a
Jim?
very
Arsenal
special
definitely
birthday.
impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was link-up play, running in behind.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats. The curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. So that's got things underway.
I think this is a formation that offers excellent balance, Peter.
Particularly tried and tested in the Italian game, of course.
Yeah, and exported with great success too, because it allows half of the team to commit to either attack or defence. The three at the back and the double pivot, as well as the three attackers and two wide men. Teams up.
Up he goes! Crossbar comes to the rescue. They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Bernardo Silva. Gets a good foot in there. And the pass is intercepted. Carvajal is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Mbappe, Iniesta. Now it's Torres. And here's Iniesta. Now it's Mbappe. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cafu. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball goes in. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Cafu. Oh, good-looking ball. De Ligt kept his eye on it, and he's there. Great vision. Oh, well measured. He's in a great position here. Fernando Torres. That's the keeper's ball. Mikel Oyarzabal. Dunk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Iniesta. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And he's in a chance for a shot! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly...
Guti! And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
With the father of a boy in the green backpack, kindly contact a nearby member of staff.
And that's the second half started.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Dunk did just about enough to come out on top there. Now the party overly willing to compromise. And here's Mbappe, distributed tidily. He's got away. Now it's crossed into... He's got full. No mistake. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Played in by... Great chance! Oh, the ball's run
The
loose here.
attendance for this match was
Arsenal really are going for it
72,306.
here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Efootball. The ball is bounced loose now. Has a look and plays it forward. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, it's Raul. Knocks it into space. Rice. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Carvajal. Into the last quarter of an hour. Bernardo Silva ploughing through the middle.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until...
He's having a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
And we have our very first corner. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Tries to play it through. Raul gets into some space. Cross from Robertson. Climbs up big! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And that's a good ball.
There will be 3 minutes added
And he was
time.
there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cafu. Now, can they get him away? That is a brilliant interception. And we're done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Arsenal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class.
He rises! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Rodri picks it up from the goal kick. Mendieta, oh, good-looking ball. That's a shade optimistic. And now they can clear their lines. And here's Forlan. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's going to go a long way. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Torres. Now it's Raul. It's Raul! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Tries to play it through, and he's in on goal. Shot, surely!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Robertson, forward it goes. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely ball and a real chance now. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. And he's buried it, 1-0. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Arsenal have reclaimed it. He can get that clear. Galatasaray trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a fine interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Arsenal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Can he get it through? Cafu plays it in. Oh, they could break here. Carvajal, foot in. Robertson going full tilt down the left. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Mbappe. And they win it back
There will be
again.
1 minute added time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't
quick
expecting
reminder
that.
today that
Still, I'm
smoking
not
is only
complaining
allowed
about a
in
very
areas
good
shown in
match
this
with
map.
a
Thank
surprising
you for your
scoreline. Just
cooperation.
don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Arsenal are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Arsenal really...
Real chance! And he hits the net! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And his manager couldn't.
Fernando Torres. And a chance! What about that from Fernando Torres? A finish right from the top draw. And they are pulling clear here. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Guardiola has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Great run on the overlap here. Oh, that's fabulous. Cross from Cafu. Cannavaro. Guardiola! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And it's Fernando Torres. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's managed to get free. And this is Torres. Cafu. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cannavaro clears. Robertson. Now the delivery. He's got tall. Relentless. Just relentless. And he is just ripping it up. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And it's Guti. Raul.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And here's Mbappe. And he's had a hit. Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Coming on to replace him
Corner
is
number 2 then.
number 22.
And that's it.
Bellingham.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hike, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
And he's there to get it away. Now, who's going to be first to this? Now it's Guti. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's come in hard. He can get that clear. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Mbappe really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensational. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cleared without hesitation. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Still goalless. Cafu calmly anticipates. Cafu, he's shifting through the gears here. Cross into the... It's a mighty effort! Goal! Arsenal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Guti. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking to play him in. Gabriel clears. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, played right into his path. Now it's Alvarez. Messi. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Tries a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Not the most accurate pass.
There
Ball
will be
quality
1 minute
clearly
added
deserted
time.
him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a shade optimistic. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Arsenal, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. Arsenal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Dealing with the pressure. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
He's found a way through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Corner number 2 then. A header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Fernando Torres is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Looking for a runner. Fernando Torres being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, there's the clearance. And he gets rid in a hurry. Messi, nicely weighted ball. And this is Raul. Big chance! And he shoots! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Messi. Adams gets across to intercept that.
There they go, hunting again. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Guti. He's shifting through the gears here. Played in deep.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Messi. Nice looking ball. Guardiola. Guardiola! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Hangs in a cross. And that should get the job done. Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Lewandowski. He's got away. It's Lewandowski!
Minutes has been indicated.
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Lewandowski really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Robert
Madrid
Lewandowski.
can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Thinks one through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
And he's taking no chances there.
That's that, the end. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Arsenal
I'm
against
Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. He's got tall. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
No way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is through here. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. softly away. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's found a way through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in here. Guti! Can he latch on to this?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neither side yet able to find the net. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Guardiola. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Arsenal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be... Shoots! Goal! Arsenal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Shot could be on. And he's straight offside. Cafu, Perez is firing after that one. That ball looks a good one. Van Nistelrooy, chance for a shot! Oh, how good is he? He's got himself an absolute peach. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And he's intervened well there. Cafu has it in a wide position. Out of play for a goal kick. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Perez. Just eases him off the ball. That has ended up in no man's land. And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Just a quick
Arsenal
reminder today,
are
please
level
refrain
pegging at
from
half-time
talking
then, and
outside
it's a
this
finely
stadium.
balanced game.
Thank you
1-1
very
the score.
much for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
So once again, we're underway. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Cross flung in towards the middle. Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He's on it, can he get away?
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Climbs up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Rodri certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Now, can they get him away? Roberto.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
He's picked his way through. Cafu gets it away. And he's there to retrieve it. And he welcomes it in. Beckenbauer. Cannavaro. Pires. Oh, it's Batistuta. Out to the right. Nice control. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Neymar. Dunk clears. And they're quick to get it back. Threads one in. And that pass just didn't quite work. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. And a chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. Danger averted for now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played out towards the right wing. Big chance! And yes, it's there! We thought it was over. It's all square once more. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit.
And there goes the final whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Mbappe picking up the man of the match award.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Arsenal.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Shot it! Oh! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's an imaginative pass. And he thumps it clear.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Messi. Great vision. And he was quick to react. Adams getting this one clear. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. He's picked his way through. And the finish! And yes, it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Kukçu. That's really well manoeuvred. It's a pretty loose pass. Arsenal do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And this is Raul. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Half an hour played now. He's on it, can he get away? Delivered in. Oh, what a climb! That could spell... And he's following up!
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Koundé. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's a key interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe, that's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top.
Been indicated.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. Tries a shot! In he goes again! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And there's the end of the first half. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Arsenal absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves, just stay calm and see this one out.
Sure they will make fine souvenirs.
Arsenal 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now this... It's run loose, who's going to get there? Messi. Kukçu. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, the defence proved... Oh, that's ambitious! Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
And Torres! What about that from Fernando Torres? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's become a case of men against boys. Cafu, hoisted in. Can he finish? Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Arsenal are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Sells, gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Chance for a shot! And that was very necessary. Tries to pass it through. Roll in acres of space out wide. And they win it back again. Roll was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Torres. Mbappe! Sticks it away! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Dunk. Raul. Here's Rodri. That's good running with the ball. Now the ball's gone astray. Good running, strong and purposeful.
There will be
Probing
3
pass.
added time.
Good ball over the top. And the flag has stayed down. Adams going vertical. Guti. Looking to play him in. And this is Torres. Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened? And the keeper couldn't hold it. Brought out the best in the keeper. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did.